Hey, Jeep owners. I am here to talk about the 68C recall and my experience with it so far. So I have a 2022 Jeep Rubicon, and I took it in for maintenance this morning, or for the recall this morning. Um, and I just wanted to share some things regarding my Jeep experience. Uh, so I live in San Diego, and I know a general manager uh, for multiple stores in the South Bay area, and he happens to own a Wrangler 4xe as well. I talked to him yesterday, and I said, "Hey, like, what's the deal, man?" And a couple of things that he said were interesting. One, his Jeep passed. He took it in, had it done. It passed. What he said he was seeing more over the Jeep Grand Cherokees and just the Cherokees in general that were failing the 68C recall. Um, he also talked about oil in these 2.0 motors. He said if you're not changing the oil every 3 to 4,000 miles, your Jeep's not going to last. He said look at maybe getting 60, 70,000 miles out of it, and that's going to be it. This whole 10,000 mile whatever for oil changes, he said that's just garbage. You need to go back to old school thinking and change your oil every 3 to 4,000 miles. Interesting, right? So I took it into my service advisor this morning, and what he told me is that they are not seeing a failure rate difference between Cherokees and Wranglers. He said every 1 in 3 vehicles that's coming in is failing. There were 5 in line this morning when I was turning my vehicle in for the 68C recall, and that's what they were all there for. As customers do, we talk to each other, right? All there for the 68C recall. And so that was interesting. Let's just think 1 in 3 are failing is what that dealership is seeing. Probably 2 of those are going to fail this morning. And wouldn't you know it, about 40 minutes ago, I got the call. Mine failed. And I said, okay, what's next? He said, I'm going to send you a phone number, and that phone number you can call and talk about reimbursement for rentals, so on and so forth, because they can't give out enough loaners right now at this dealership. Think about it. It's the day after Christmas 2025. 5 vehicles were there at 8 o'clock this morning, all for the 68-seat recall. If 2 of those fail, they're giving out 2 loaners today, probably 2 tomorrow, so on and so forth. They just don't have the inventory to support the recall from what they're seeing in their numbers. What can I say about that for Jeep? It's a major failure, Jeep. Major failure. You were not ready for the 4xe or hybrid world, and Stellantis not wanting to come out and release the information, and it took Samsung to push the battery information out and essentially force them to do the recall. That's ridiculous. That's a failure. That's customer service 101. Like, you have to be honest with your customers, which my service advisor was. I bought this vehicle to be a off-road vehicle and my daily driver. The second weekend I had it, I still had paper tags on it, and I took it off-roading in Big Bear, California. I took it down Holcomb Creek, ripped off the right rear fender, put all kinds of dents in the right side rocker on a pretty gnarly little portion of the trail. It did okay. I mean, it did really good being a stock Rubicon. But I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that. I don't know if that's the right route to go with it. It was to take a 4xe, a hybrid off-road, and, be like, man, I can do that stuff. I can do what the regular old gas burners can do. Because I have a 76 Bronco that I do that with. It hasn't been together in years, but that's what I do, right? It's fun. But you have failed miserably, Stellantis. When I did call the phone number regarding the support for it, I called the number 3 different times because I was curious. And I got 3 answers from people with extremely thick accents and extremely scripted answers. I was told that I get $50 a day, that I have to pay out of pocket first. and I can get reimbursed. But I'm interested to see what that reimbursement looks like, because the gift card, the $100 gift card that Stellantis is giving out, that's coming through an email, and I'm wondering how I'm going to be able to spend something that comes through the email. Probably on Mopar parts that I don't want to put on my Jeep. It's just such garbage. They failed miserably. From the moment I walked into my Jeep dealership until now, I've had nothing but a bad experience with Jeep. I should have walked out before I even stepped foot into the finance department, and I should have walked right across the road and bought a Bronco, and been happy. No issues over there, it doesn't seem like, with Ford, knock on wood. But Jeep, you failed. You have failed miserably. You're failing customers every day by not giving them loaner cars somehow, some way. Some dealerships are, some dealerships aren't. I imagine living here in the Southern California with a surplus population that we have, they just can't afford to do that. But still, that's not our problem as customers, right? We give you money for a product that we expect to function correctly, and if it doesn't, you're supposed to take care of it. Not happening. It's going to be 4 to 6 weeks if I get a battery that soon. It could be 8 weeks, my service advisor said. Luckily, I have extra vehicles. I have a Ford Excursion I pulled out of mothballs this morning, and I have my motorcycle, which I can use because I live in Southern California. Not everybody's that fortunate to be able to ride a motorcycle year-round. You've just failed, Jeep. Like, you've failed miserably. If you were looking at buying a Jeep Wrangler or a Cherokee right now, run, go somewhere else. Don't even buy a Chrysler product. Go to Ford, go to Chevy, go to Toyota or Subaru or something. Just get away from Jeep. That's all I can say. For you other 4xe owners out there, good luck. Hopefully you don't have to have any battery replacements. For those of us that do, I guess the next couple of months are going to be interesting to see how long it takes us to get batteries and to see what happens once the batteries are changed, because I'm sure that'll make all kinds of great electrical gremlins appear. But that's my update on the 4xe 68C recall. Do better, Jeep.